What's going on, guys? Beards and
Beards
beers
and beers here.
coming at you with another beer. The second
Really?
beer. Yes, the second beer of Christmas, which this year we have decided is the Winter Stellar Warmer. As you heard from our very off-tune attempt of fun.
Never said we were singers in our
No,
defense.
that's why we're beer drinkers. We don't sing.
Absolutely.
Plus,
I'll quit interrupting now. So let you introduce the beer.
Winter Stellar. It is a winter warmer ale from Armadillo Ale Works out in Denton, Texas, right there. We've actually done a video at Armadillo, so I'm not going to talk too much about it.
So there'll be a link here, maybe above Josh's head, somewhere above one of our heads.
Anyway, so it'll be somewhere. It's a 7.4%. It's a dark brown. Let's see, it's got dark brown sugar with it. So it's gonna be sweet, rich, dark, really good for those cooler days. So we're just gonna crack right into it. That's a loud crack. Like that sounded excessively loud on my end.
It got really messy really quick.
Oh, that's what she said.
Look at that beautiful color on the pour.
Yeah, no, it's more. Let's see if I can. Yeah, it's like almost a reddish color.
It does almost have like a reddish hue to it.
Yeah, interesting beige to dark beige head. It had not bitter, earthy.
Has a earthy kind
notes
of
in the background.
Roasty.
Definitely roasted. There's a lot going on with this one, but I'm interested to see. So, sir, cheers.
Cheers, sir.
Clinky.
Clinky.
Ooh, that is
very malty.
Heavy on the malts. I don't get the brown sugar a lot.
Don't either. Well, you have to think brown sugar isn't necessarily overly sweet necessarily.
No, but there are notable flavor notes that are linked with brown sugar. Like when you think brown sugar, there's a taste that sort of arises in the mind and the mouth.
That's fair.
I mean, because brown sugar used a lot in cooking, baking. I mean,
a lot of baking this time of year.
You've had my mother's cookies. You know, she uses brown sugar. So when I think brown sugar, I'm thinking that kind of flavor, that kind of smell. This is an extremely malty smell. It's an extremely earthy texture and smell. This is weird. And for a winter warm, and maybe we've poured this too cold. It is suggested that this beer is had at 50 degrees.
And I feel like that we're still in the low 40s on this, even though it's been out of the fridge for a minute.
It's been, yeah, because we tried to take it out early to make sure that we were just
prepared.
And for a winter warmer, this is an extremely reddish hue.
It is. Like I expected it to be darker when we poured it.
I'm gonna see if I can get that. If it should. Yeah, okay, so
if either one of us
on mine, if you look, it's sort of a reddish hue on here, which is weird.
Obviously, you have a better camera than I do. Like it just looks brown on mine, but I can see the red in yours.
When it comes to warmers, and maybe I need to do some more research on this. If I need to correct myself, I will do so either below in the description, or I will add some funny text above my head saying that I'm an idiot. But winter warmers, I imagine to be closer to a brown ale.
Fair enough.
In my experience of having warmers or warmer ales.
So I've only ever had one other warmer besides this one, and ironically enough, it's going to be A slight preview here, be one of the other of our 12 beers of Christmas.
Okay. But I'm not getting. I'm gonna go for another sip. You talk. What do you think? What are your thoughts about the flavor and the profile of this beer?
So, warmer ales tend to have that really malty, toasty flavor profile, and that has this, but something's different than the only other one I've ever had. And I guess that's not a true comparison to compare 1-to-1 versus saying, oh, I've had 5, 6, 7, 8 of this style of beer. So that, I guess that's where I'm struggling, having only had, this is the second of this type of beer I've ever had. So it's hard to make a true comparison.
I've had a handful of warmers.
Okay.
The mouthfeel, the texture, I get bitterness on the back end, like right back here. I'm getting some like bitterness and dryness. By no means is this a bad beer. This is a really good beer, but and this might be my expectations. This wasn't what I was expecting from going in knowing a base understanding of warmers and saying, hey, this is a warmer with dark brown sugar. I'm expecting a lot more sweetness. I'm expecting a lot more I'm expecting a very vivacious beer.
That's fair.
This didn't hit that. It is also a little bit higher on our scale, the 7.4% ABV. So you get a little bit of that booziness, but it's not quite what I was hoping or expecting. I'm gonna jump in with a rating here. I'm gonna do this. This one's gonna be a 3 for me. I do like it. I love Armadillo. Please check out our Armadillo one. We did an in-brewery one a couple years back, but it's just not my favorite by them.
That's fair. I enjoy the beer. It's good.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
So I do agree with you whenever I hear something's brewed with dark brown sugar. So there is a difference there between dark brown sugar and light brown sugar. So there's a difference there. The dark brown sugar does tend to not be quite as sweet as a light brown sugar. So I did expect it to be a bit sweeter than what it is, but I still feel like it hit a lot of the warmer ale notes.
Okay.
But I was expecting it to be a bit sweeter than what it came out to be. So just due to that fact, I'm going to give it a 3.5.
Okay.
But
cool. So between the two of us, that puts it at a 3.25. Hopefully our cohort will be able to chime in. Keep an eye on our Instagram. Maybe he'll post a little short on there for this one and our first day of Christmas video as to his opinions on there, and you can get the full spectrum. So there you have it. As of right now, it's 3.25. If it changes with Justin's opinion, we'll let you know. And on that note, guys, beards and beers out.
Beers out.